for all my life. They say I'm a failure, end up in jail, I ain't proving right. My mama, she told me before, son, you get I understood, but I ain't see the vision. A nigga kept going, and now I'm winning. Some people I put my trust in, try to fuck with my image. Oh no, you didn't. Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cause all this life we ain't over this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. And now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up for nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young, rich nigga.
Yeah, I ain't playing with your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with your ass. You chasing greatness. You got greatness talking to you. Become.
Yo, what's going on out there? Y'all already know who it is. Stop playing with me, man. It's your boy, Coach Squeeze, a.k.a. the Smoothie King. Right back at y'all. What another one. How y'all feeling out there? Hope y'all had a blessed day. Do me a favor. Make sure you smash that like button on the way through the door. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe and like button. Man, hope y'all had a blessed day. It's been a busy day. But I just like to thank God for letting me see another day, man. Let me trying to get where I need to be in life, be a better father, grandfather, and help people, help the kids at the gym, be able to be in a position to help them, and just ride this wave, you know. That's my main thing. So I like to ask God to grant me that, and I thank him for showing me that grace and mercy to be able to make it to see another day, get to work safe, get home. And I also pray that each and every one of y'all in the chat be ever y'all work hard for that y'all deserve. So y'all get that out the way. Y'all know what we do around here, man. Stop playing. Let me get the sponsors out of the way. 5-time world champ. 4 different weight classes. We're going to chop it up tonight. First ballot Hall of Famer, Baltimore's own GTD Promotions. Redesigning minds one mind at a time. We know a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Shout out to www.kenichibed.com. Use code TRP. You'll get 15% off. Also, don't forget to go over to www.narslipgallery.org and get your art, get your merch. You got some new hoodies, some fire hats for the winter. Damari Narslip, man, go over to his page, man. Any artists in and out of the ring. And don't forget to go on www.miakillerb.com. Support her and her merch. R.I.P. to John Boy and R.I.P. to Miss Tanya Vandross Williams Jr. I miss that lady. That's all I can say. I ain't gonna go to. I miss hearing her voice. You know, I just can hear her. Squeeze. Hey, I'm gonna watch the show you now. You got to come to Baltimore. You know, I'ma miss that. I'm definitely gonna miss that. Shout out the Bad Girls Promotion featuring Miss Olivia Pope. and Coach Brandy. EOE, education over everything. My brother movement. Shout out to 1901 Pennsylvania Avenue. Get your Shirts Essentials 12 rolls for $7. Shout out to Just You Boxing, Hardcore Boxing News. Miss Mona, Miss Raina, Richie Threads for the intro. Richie Baby for the intro. Richie Threads clothing line. Go over to his website. Ayo Boxing Gear. Pro Soul Boxing Gear. Ayo clothing line. All of them that sponsor the Rize podcast, man. We love you guys. We're gonna keep chipping away, man. This is a 12-round fight. So we're gonna stay in the ring and keep swinging. Shout out to Under Armour. Thanks for all that you do and done for the kids at the gym. Last but not least, the official gear of boxing. All the fighters wearing it, man. Senior up in the building with it too. Y'all can say it with me in the chat on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Box! Raw! Y'all see it. The Martinage slip. Got that fire over there. Holidays coming up. Make sure y'all go on the RizePodcast.com. Get your merch. Check them out. Got that Rize on the Rize, y'all. Bing. Bing. Fresh. Yeah, baby. Get your Rize Podcast shirts. Get your Rize Podcast. Get your bugs. Get your beanie caps. Hello. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, baby. All right, y'all. Let me go over here and talk to my family in the chat, man. I appreciate you guys, man, for taking time out y'all day, because I know we busy days, man, and hard work. And you gotta pay bills. Everything gone up. Cost of living gone up. But tonight we're gonna be chopping it up. It's fight week. Boots versus Davis, Keyshawn Davis versus Lemon, Norman Jr. versus Quavis, Mason and Hitchins and more. Ooh, it's gonna be a lot of people will be exposed in 2024. Mark my word. It's gonna be some people we already had one being exposed this past weekend. I'm gonna touch that a little bit, but not too much. Yeah. Let me go over here and holler at some of the family. Duriel Downey, what it do? D, what's up? Miss Arena, how you doing, Queen? Tawu Aqua Kabutu, what it do? Daryl Hopkins, Ace is the place of the helping hardware store. Big No Gaming, Daryl Hopkins, Kevin House, Tawu Aqua Kabutu, Dorian Brown, Unheard of, Hit Baby, Millen Films. Smash that like button, y'all. I came through the door. I said it before. Yeah. Smash that like button, y'all. I never let the mic magnetize me no more. Come on, y'all. It's Monday, y'all. We got to turn up. We got to be thankful, man. We here. We here, man. Appreciate you guys. Hardcore Casual 1254. Man, that horse race come out all the time. That horse race. I ain't hit that thing yet. I don't know why I don't play it. Hardcore Casual. That thing come out all the time in the horse race. I need to start playing that. What it do, Dorian Brown? Just lifing, man. Unheard of. Let me see. The Walkers. How is Tank not the face of boxing? And Bradley calling him a prospect. Boy, you on my mind. I was just thinking about that, the Walkers, a prospect, or all the stuff people say about him when they are constantly talking about him every single day, making videos about him. Yeah, it makes sense. You welcome Taiwu Opera Kabutu, Alan Johnson. Makes sense, bro. Oh man, appreciate you, man. Aunt McQueen, what's going on? The wizard is in the building, y'all. The wizard. Yeah, she is. I heard of. She missed. Kevin House, what did you do, good brother? Let me see. Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Oh, and before I read that, happy birthday to my aunt, my mother's sister. Happy birthday to you. She don't want me to tell her age. She'll kill me. But one of my favorite aunts, always been there for me and my mother and all our nieces and nephews. She definitely she's angel sent. So I know she ain't on social media, but I just want to give her a shout out. May God continue to bless her with many healthy moors. Happy birthday, Aunt Sent. Unheard of baby member for 25 months. Damn. Stop playing, unheard of. Welcome to the Rize Podcast. GTD, that like button. Subscribe to the channel. And go on the RizePodcast.com and shop now. B&B Boxing News. What up, family? Make sure y'all go over to B&B Boxing News. Check out his podcast. Sean, what did you teach? Lou the Ground Hard. What up, Neff? Eminem. Come on, y'all. We need 56 likes, 56 people. Lisa Smith. Man, I appreciate you. Dario Downey. Yeah, boxing, B&B Boxing News. Marshawn West. The Walkers. Yeah, they bad. I mean, hey man, they want to get paid. I get it. Branson, what it do? Y'all on now, champ. 7-10. I told my co-worker Branson, ain't nobody beating Kansas City this year. I think Kansas City going undefeated. I think they gonna run that year back the Dolphins had, undefeated all the way through. Lou the Grind Hard, Uncle Squeeze, I see you back having a better day. Just keep me in your prayers. My uncle in the hospital, one of my favorite people. What's going on? All the lies about Coach Calvin and Tank. Tell them to stop lying. Whoa. You know how that is. People want the mouth can be a sword. The mouth can be dangerous if you give it power. You know, my mother used to always say, my teacher used to say, an empty barrel can't rattle by itself. You know what I'm saying? So that's how people is that don't got nothing else better to do. You know what I mean? So jealousy. William Old School, Aunt JBT. They wouldn't be talking about him. Melody Queen 27. That's good they talking about him. One of our best moderators in the game. Yeah, man. But appreciate you, Dario Downey. Let's see where we gonna chop it up at. First of all, let me just touch base on a Floyd Schofield fight. You're just gonna touch base on it for a few minutes. I've been saying it. If y'all go back, watch the episodes. I've been saying it that he's sloppy. He don't have no form, no structure to his game. He ain't that. And then it wasn't because I don't like him or, I don't give him the chance, but I went back, looked at his highlight clip and highlight reel. I ain't see nothing that I ain't see nothing that stood out to me. He the average Joe, and he almost got slapped Saturday night. But he was I like his, I think no harm though. I think his dad just making him look bad in the street, just like Bill Haney. Bill Haney need to call him. It's like he won't let the boy say 2 words. Be a man. Grow up and be a man, man. Let the boy talk. You gonna stagnate his growth when it comes to speaking in front the camera and being able to move around the camera, man. You knocking a lot of his possibilities out. This kid could be marketing a brand. He could be on a panel, getting a check, talking about the sport, the fights, his up and coming fights. Let the boy be a man, man. Let him be a man. Every time Floyd try to say something, the senior come right on in and finish the boy. He says, let the boy be a man, yo. He almost got clipped, man. And he was on noodle legs, 11 and 12. Noodle ground hard. Uncle Squeeze, did you like the Floyd fight? And he talking about fighting Tank, skill and timing, and wild fighter. He going to be easy work for Tank. He sure is. But they want that payday. Yeah, Robert Jenkins, is all right to support your child. Ain't nobody saying that, right? Ain't nobody saying that. But you need to stand back. God forbid, but we living in reality. If something happened to him, you're not teaching him to be a man. He got to be able to speak for himself and make decisions on his own. You got him by the strings. You got the boy by the strings, man. You know what I mean? Come on, dude. Come on. Now, let me say the positives that I saw, and then we're gonna jump on the title that all assets cooked up for us. When he came out, the first 3 rounds, 4 rounds, popping the hell out of that jab. He was bigger than dude too. Even though we know size don't mean everything. But when he was popping the jab and boxing, he looked great. He was showing he had a strong jab. But then he started trying to bang with that short dude was strong as an ox. That was the wrong game plan. And his father was yelling, to give him his credit. I heard him yelling, box, Floyd. You know what I'm saying? I heard him yelling the box. So I'm going to give him those points that he was snapping that jab. But his father say they trained for 10 rounds. They came back behind stage and say they made a mistake, which I thought was cruddy, and said it was a 12-rounder. But if your son a killer that you making him out to be, it shouldn't have took 10 rounds. It shouldn't have. See, I wonder, is he going to say, old boy was a cab driver? Because if Tank would have fought him, first thing he would have said, oh, Tank fighting a bunch of cab drivers. But your son went the distance with him. You know, Tank would have slapped that boy. He'd have slapped him. Yeah, Lou the grind hard. His father holding his hand too much. All funny videos. What it do? Hunter on a hunt. Incredible Heart. Yeah, man. His father, holding his hand, man, too much. Definitely, man. You gotta let him fly the coop. The Israel truth. Why is Tank ducking? And Floyd Schofield. That's your opinion, champ. God bless you. You and your family. Lisa Smith. I don't know why you think. I don't know if that's a typo or what. I guess I'm trying to read it right. But Duck and Floyd, come on, dude. Stop. Cut it out. You're a comedian. This is the wrong podcast for you, bruh. Because you funny as hell. Only thing Tank gonna be ducking is the police after he murder one of these boys. Yeah. B&B Boxing News. Smoothie King. Right back at you with another one. I wouldn't suggest Tank getting a murder charge fighting that little boy. Yeah. And Timothy Bradley, now later head ass. Y'all already know how I feel about him. Y'all gotta show respect to our writer, host, the channel, the visuals. Yeah, the visuals, I showed them some respect. You right. You're 100% right, the visuals. We show other fighters respects champs, but we still got to give our opinion. They get their opinion of Tank. I just gave you some positives, the visuals. I say he came out popping the jab. He was looking impressive. He threw the game plan out of the window. Yeah. He threw the game plan out of the window. If he'd have stuck to the game plan, probably would have got that boy out of there. He was hurting that boy with that jab. I'd have threw the jab all night long. I wouldn't have do another punch. Visuals, the visuals. If you ever been in the ring, is something working for you, why switch it up? That's all I'm saying. You know, that's all I'm saying. And giving your opinion is not disrespecting other fighters. That would mean we capping over here. You know, that's why we ain't in this to be biting nobody cheese. We gonna tell her the way it is. Michael Brown, what it do? Okay, you're entitled to your opinion, champ. On to the next one. B&B Boxing News. Yeah. Makes sense when y'all come on, man. Just makes sense. Robert Jenkins, Kern versus Boots sequel is interesting because Kern was his toughest bout. The only guy Boots had knocked out. And now that he has experience with Boots, a little interesting to see how Kern adapts. See, you talking boxing. Um, Robert Jenkins, I went back and I watched that fight. And what I saw, Kern wasn't just moving. Kern was boxing. He was touching Boots, man. He was touching Boots. He wasn't just moving. I had to go back and look at it. I was like, God damn, he was getting his spots, man. Man, poetry in motion. I love me some Boots and Bozy. This is nothing against them guys. I love them guys over there. But you gotta cut that ring off, bruh. Ain't nobody coming in there. See, Kern was smart. Why the hell would he come in there and bang with Boots and Boots cracking like that? He cracking bricks with a hammer. Why would I come in there and stand toe to toe to prove that I ain't scared? Come on, man. That ain't no. It was what I saw, I was like, whoa, he was touching Boots. Movers. Sometimes a mover hurt these boxers that could move, man. For 12 rounds, he did it. That takes a lot of energy, man. Tawu Aquakabutu say he didn't listen. Melody Queen 27. No, Mexicans built different. And he was definitely taking those shots. He was. No, he didn't listen. Tawu Aquakabutu. He didn't listen. Yeah, damn, it's jumping. Yo, smash that like button. Y'all up in here. Love y'all guys for that, man. I gotta come back down to catch up with y'all guys. Y'all up in here like a Friday. Smoothie King right back at you with another one. If you like to purchase a pair of Kenichi Bear headphones, visit KenichiBear.com. Be sure to use code TRP for 15% off. I repeat, if you like to purchase a pair of Kenichi Bear headphones, I hope I sound like the little sound bite. Be sure to use code TRP for 15% off. Peace. Thank you, Melody Queen. She always on it. Can't play boxing. If they knew they wasn't prepared for 12 rounds, they should have got him out of there early. All right, y'all, let me bring this guy. Yo, you know what? This dude, all right with me, yo. That's my boy, man. I ain't gonna lie, yo. And this dude right here, man, you already know if you've been on here, man, this dude is an architect when it comes to boxing. He got a lot of knowledge, man. I ain't gonna hold him, man. He coming in. He should have been in here a little more early. I don't know why. But my brother from another mother, one of the best in the game, first ballot Hall of Famer, podcast Hall of Famer, when it's all said and done, he gonna be sitting up in the rafters, the wizard in the building, brother and queen.
Yeah, it never gets old, man. I gotta pinch myself. This can't be real, man. I'm on here with the illustrious, the inimitable Coach Squeeze. Man.
Yes.
Mama made it.
Yes.
Mama made it. This is what dreams are made of, man.
Hey, this is what I got up in this for. I'm going to run a few comments real quick, and then I'm going to hit you with a question because we're going to run through these fighters real quick. We still on Boots and Kern. Duriel Downey Squeeze, did you hear the Garcia trainer guy say Tank need to challenge himself at 140? Why these guys want to see Tank fight bigger fighters? He's a 130-pound fighter. Come on, man. That's how they did Floyd. Same way. Luda Grindhard with the buck. Nobody ducking no damn Tank GTD can survive the gorilla. Yeah, ain't nobody. They just say anything out their mouth. Yeah, Tawu Aquabutu say he would knock Floyd Cole out. Melody Queen now lay their head ass. Yeah, that's what I call them. All funny videos say, why is Floyd ducking Abdullah Mason? He don't talk about him. Yeah, Timothy Bradley, the same one that lost to Manny Pacquiao 2 fights, and they robbed Pacquiao the first fight, and they threatened Timothy's family. He went in depression. He said he was glad. I ain't never heard nobody say they was glad that they lost to somebody so he can get his life back. Stop it. Have your facts. Have your receipts when you come over here. Have your damn receipts. All right, brother Ant McQueen, let me bring you in. Boots versus Kern, the first fight. What did you see that Kern did right the first time?
Use his feet. He ain't stay in front of him too long. Felt like he picked his shots here and there. Definitely thought he could have let his hands go a little bit more, but I understand why he didn't want to, get too settled in. Didn't want to get caught with nothing crazy. But I felt like, yeah, he did a good job with his feet, man. Did a really good job with his feet. Because I guess prior to that fight, the expectation that he was going to just get knocked out, just get dispatched, get disposed of. But on the rewatch, man, I didn't really feel like he did too much running. I thought he did a pretty good job of just using his legs. He was consistent with his feet, but he wasn't playing keep away completely. It wasn't a damn Guillermo Rigondeaux versus Casemiro, man. And I love me some Rigo. But that right there is the definition of being on that bike. You throw an occasional left hand. Karen did a little bit with the offense. He could have did more, though. But I understand, Boots is punching, so he ain't want to take too many chances. But he going to have to take more in the rematch if he want to win.
Exactly. I enjoyed every bit of it. I went back and watched the fight. I was blown away what I saw. He could have done, he did what he had to do. He played it safe, and he boxed lovely. He moved, he frustrated Boots. He really showed what great boxing was about. Yeah. Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Melody Queen 27. Subject: raffle winner will be announced December the 21st. You can't win if you don't enter. Good luck. And let me put this up. Melody Queen 27. The JBT is back at it again. It's raffle time. The 50-50 raffle starts now. Enter for your chance to win. Send $5 for a single entry or $20 for 5 entries via Cash App to $JBT Network 1. Don't forget, y'all, because last time they forgot who they said one. Michael Garner, one of them, one something. Yeah. Yeah, man. We got a lot of people. Can't play boxing. What it do? Yeah, man. Y'all up in here tonight. All right, let me jump back.
I'm with you on the what's name thing, Robert Jenkins, on the Karen running thing. But the other part, I don't know about that. The whole the whole Lamont Roach thing. He said Lamont Roach literally fought Hector Garcia to a standstill, a person that Tank already knocked out. So this fight with Roach shouldn't be a challenge. Every fight presents its different sets of challenges, man. Like every fight presents a different set of challenges. As we've seen them triangle theories, they don't always work out. I mean, you could just look at the triangle of Ali, Frazier, and George Foreman. George Foreman absolutely walked through Joe
Smoking
Frazier. Like,
Joe.
it wasn't even a contest, bro. He did it twice. But Frazier got a win over Ali. But Ali knocked Foreman out. So you can't say that. And I think that Lamont Roach, quiet as kept. This is just my personal opinion. We take names out of the equation, notoriety and all that stuff. I think from 130 to 140, if you're just looking at skill sets, just skills, I think that Lamont Roach is one of the better technicians from 130 to 140. From 130 to 140. And I'm talking about just doing the little things that we don't always see fighters do. They should be doing them, but we don't always see them doing. Like, for example, throwing your right hand, getting your damn head off the line. After you let a combination run, pivoting off and changing the angle, just using your legs, just doing little things like that. Punch placement. A guy throw a lazy jab, come over the top of it. Peeling the guard down, placing a shot behind it. Like Lamont Roach, that dude got some serious skills. Now, personally, I think that is going to come down to attrition because we're dealing with two guys that can box. You got two guys that can box. But with Tank, the challenge is he can box with you, but more often than not, you ain't going to be able to punch with him. But that doesn't mean that Lamont Roach is just some scrub and he's just like, he's not a challenge at all. Like, hell no. And he's 25-1. And the dude never been knocked down.
Yeah.
He never been knocked down as a pro or as an amateur. So he's a sturdy guy. But this dude, man, Tank is just special, man. He's just special in that regard. So, but I do believe that Lamont Roach is a worthy opponent. And like I said, just my personal opinion. I'm just looking at skill set, just looking at skills. I think that he's one of the better technicians from 130 to 140. I'm just talking about skills. I ain't talking about power, athleticism, and all that other stuff. Just pure skills, IQ, application. I think that Lamont Roach is right there.
Now, man, you're going to have to do an episode on that. We're going to have to, I'm going to make sure you get your homework in because a lot of people come on and say stuff, but they don't think. When Leonard lost to Duran and came back and made Duran quit in the beginning of the fight, did that discredit Leonard as not being one of the greats, losing to Roberto Duran? How can we say that Sugar Ray Leonard ain't a first ballot Hall of Famer because he lost to Roberto Duran? He came back and avenged it, or we throw Smoking Joe Frazier out of the Boxing Hall of Fame because he got torched by George Foreman. And he beat Ali. But like Ant said, Ali not Foreman out. So Lamont Roach, y'all sleeping on this boy. He got a lot to prove, nothing to lose. And I can guarantee you, when I go back and watch Lamont Roach highlight reel and I watch Floyd Schofield highlight reel, it's no comparison. It's no comparison. Way more, like Ant say, technician, amateur pedigree. He's a hell of a boxer, and he got that sneaky power. So, I'm not overlooking Lamont Roach. I'm not overlooking him. Let me see. Davis versus Lemos. What you think, Ant?
Davis versus Lemos. I got Keyshawn. Lemos, he's a good pressure fighter. He come forward. He's letting his hands go. He got a hell of a work rate. And then not only that, but he's also one of those guys where he doesn't mind taking a punch to give one. That dude, I was watching this fight the other day, the one that he had with Lee Selby. And Lee Selby caught him with a couple of clean little shots, and he just shook him off. Even a couple of shots that stopped him in his tracks, it didn't deter him. He ain't stopped letting his hands go after that. So that's one thing with him. It's like, yo, he's one of them dudes, as long as he's on his feet, he's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you really, really got to put a hurting on that guy. We seen the fight that he had with Africa, Lemos.
Yeah.
Africa was hitting him with some sharp joints on the outside. Jabs, straight right hands. He shook him off, kept coming forward. He just kept coming forward. That dude is relentless. Skill-wise, I think that there's a considerable gap, though, between him and Keyshawn. And
styles make fights, champ.
Styles make fights. Yeah, styles make fights, for sure. But here's the thing, though. What we've seen with Keyshawn over his last couple of fights is that he's cultivating a more well-rounded style. So it's like, if you want to keep it on the outside, I don't think that Lemos could deal with him out there for two reasons. One, the deficit in hand speed. Two, Keyshawn got the length to keep him on the outside. Now, if he is able to encroach the distance and get on the inside, I still feel like Keyshawn, he is the tidier fighter on the inside. He's getting damn good with his framing, with his positioning, with his shot selection on the inside, all that stuff. I would say the only thing, and this is me just nitpicking, I feel like with Keyshawn, with his punch technique, sometimes he got a little bit of fat on his punches, but I love his punch selection in terms of like when he's throwing certain punches and why he's throwing them.
Yeah.
Like that young man, he's getting more and more surgical and just getting better and better each fight. And like I said, we really seen him mature, like on the inside. I feel like where he really, really put it on display was the fight against Pedraza. People could say, yeah, Pedraza, he came back down to 135. Pedraza got knocked out by Tank, but Tank was the only one to stop him. And Pedraza been in there with some damn good fighters in his own right. He been in there with Lomachenko. He been in there with Tevin Farmer, this one and that one. So for him to only be stopped by a guy that got a 90-something% KO ratio in Tank, that just goes to show you how tough that dude is. Like, anybody and everybody ain't just knocking Pedraza out. You got to have a certain something with you. You know what I mean? A certain level of substance to get that guy up out of there.
At the height of his.
And at the height of his.
At the height, not at the end.
Yeah. But even at the end, everybody ain't just knocking Pedraza out. It ain't happening like that. You still got to be a certain level of fighter to deal with Pedraza, because Pedraza is kind of tricky. This dude, he could fight orthodox. He could fight southpaw. He could come forward. He could go backwards. He could apply pressure.
He's busy.
He busy. You know what I mean? He got a work rate. So when I see Keyshawn, the way that he was able to deal with him and control him physically and get them shots off, I was like, yo, that was impressive. And the fight that he just had with the dude Medueno was a continuation of that. And that's the thing that worries me for Lemos in this fight with Keyshawn is the fact that Keyshawn can fight damn good on the outside. And we know, if you go back to his amateur days, fights that he had with Andy Cruz, Keyshawn showed that, yo, he could use his legs. He got legs if you want to use them, but as a pro, he's been more prone to sit down on his shots. But he could also now fight a lot better on the inside. Like, it's night and day from where he is now to where he was earlier in his career. Even though he's still young in his career, I think Keyshawn only got like 12 pro fights. But earlier in his career, he wasn't fighting like that on the inside. But now, man, he's getting better and better with every fight, man.
Norman Jr. versus Cuevas.
That's a sneaky, dangerous fight for Norman Jr. I actually watched that dude, Derek Quavis. I watched his fight with I gotta pull it up because me and my guy T Hill, we actually watched it. I gotta have you come through on my channel one of these days. I'm always banned over there, Squeeze, because we be playing the fights and watching them and slowing them down and looking at the exchange. We do all that. Yeah, that's how we do it. We don't just be just talking about it. Like we
Yeah.
actually pull the fights up and watch them. And then, what's up, Mama? Oh no, that's not my. That's the boy right there. That's
They
Tux
be
right there.
banning you.
No, they banned me a couple times. PBC, Showtime, DAZN got me. Top Rank, they usually let me rock out. They usually don't be tripping on me.
Yeah.
But I watched his fight with Damian Rodriguez and this other guy that he fought, Alberto Mascara. No, I'm not ready to eat. But yeah, we watched them fights. Quavis is a pretty damn good athlete. He got a nice little jab on him. The one thing I seen with him that could potentially get him in trouble with Brian Norman Jr., as athletic as he is, as fleet-footed as he is, he don't anchor himself well, Squeeze. And what I mean by that is like when you see some guys when they throw their punches and they kind of like fall in, like they overcommit.
He light on his feet.
He overcommit when he throws punches.
Yeah, he light. We call that light on his feet, like too much air under his feet.
Boom. So yeah, that's pretty much what I seen with Quavis. He light on his feet. Like he'll throw a right hand, but he fall in. He won't be able to anchor himself and stay on the outside. And a guy like that is like, if you pick up on that, you can time that. Bait him to throw a right hand, get him to fall in, and then boom. Kind of like what Holyfield did to Buster Douglas. Buster Douglas was looking for that damn uppercut. Buster Douglas, when he threw his uppercut, he would fall in. If you go back and watch that fight that he had with Holyfield, he hit him with a little foot feint, got Buster Douglas to open up and throw the uppercut. As soon as he fell in, Holyfield took the step back, straight right hand, down the pipe. I feel like Quavis is one of them dudes where it's like, if you can bait him, with him being light on his feet, you can time him, get him to fall in, and then just meet him with something. But aside from that, like, he got decent pop. He do got a nice jab. He is pretty athletic. He got solid upper body movement. And with with Brian Norman Jr., I think that Brian Norman Jr. technique, I think he got a good technique. But I still got to see him fight more with this, man. Fight more with his mind and set guys up.
Yeah.
Because that fight that he had with Santillan, I felt like he could have made that a little bit easier on himself. That left hand was available to him throughout the fight. And it took several rounds before he picked up on it and let that go.
Mason, Abdullah Mason. He don't got his opponent up here, but Mason and Hitchins.
Mason versus Hitchins?
No, Abdullah Mason's supposed to be fighting on the card. He ain't post who he was fighting. But Abdullah Mason's supposed to be making this return to the ring, and Hitchins.
Oh, I just pulled up box right. They said they got him fighting this dude, Johan Vasquez. I never seen Johan Vasquez. I can't believe. Let me see. I gotta go through his. Maybe I have seen Johan Vasquez.
And don't Hitchins supposed to be fighting Perro that beat
Perro.
That beat
Matias.
The boogeyman Matias, Sabriel Matias. This a big test, yo. This a big test. This gonna tell me a lot right here. This gonna tell me all I need to know right here, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
He gonna pressure the hell out of Hitchins.
And we seen that Perro got the necessary versatility too. We seen that he got the versatility. The fight with Montana Love, I understand some people don't necessarily rate him highly, but he's one of them dudes that, like the old timers, they would call him a cutie. He one of them dudes he liked to stay on the outside. And we seen Perro was able to box with him, even though I do believe that Hitchins is sharper than Love. I think that Perro can box well enough to deal with him on the outside. And then on the inside, he did a fantastic job of keeping Matias in check. And in that last fight with Hitchins, we seen when it got a little rough on the inside, got a little dicey for my guy, man. He was looking up at that clock quite a bit in that fight with Lemos. Like he didn't seem like he liked that pressure. He like to stay on the outside. Richard Hitchins from the outside, he's straight money. I do have some concerns about his conditioning though.
But there you go. You took the words right out of my mouth. Go ahead, champ. You took the word. That's what I was going to say. Keep cooking.
That conditioning, man, concerns me a little bit for Richard Hitchins. It concerns me because, like I said, once the pressure got dialed up from Lemos, he was looking up at the clock. It seemed like he just couldn't wait for the rounds to be over. And then even you go back a couple months ago, maybe even a year ago, there was the talks of him and Matias fighting for the IBF strap. You know, the IBF, they got that 10-pound rehydration clause. That's automatic. Like that's in there with the IBF. He was saying that he didn't like that. He didn't like the 10-pound rehydration. This fight with Paro is going to be for the IBF title. So if it was a little bit of a challenge a year ago because of the 10-pound rehydration, I can't assume it's going to be any easier a year later. You know what I mean? Like, so hopefully Richard Hitchins, he got his conditioning together.
Yeah,
because to box on the outside and all that.
You got to understand too. It depends on who's refereeing that fight too, because Hitchinson do a lot of holding. Hitchinson be doing a lot of holding. I just seen him got a lot of warnings over the last couple fights from holding from fatigue. So, you know what I mean? I just want to see where Hitchins is at, man. And this fight right here gonna tell me everything I need to know. Cause one thing I do know, Paro gonna bring it. Gonna bring it.
Oh yeah.
He beat Matias in his home, in his country.
Out there in Puerto Rico. And it's funny you say that because I was just about to ask you if you feel like that gives him extra confidence. Because Matias is looked at as like damn near the boogeyman at 140 because you know that man got punching power.
He said he want that
guys that he fought before Paro, all them dudes retired on their stool. They ain't come out. I think it was like 5 straight guys retired on their stool.
Let me ask you something.
You knock that guy off, your confidence got to be through the roof.
Let me ask you something real quick. What else? People's in the chat. Did Robson get robbed this fight?
Nah, I didn't feel that. I didn't feel that he got robbed this fight. And the last time we spoke, Squeeze, I was telling you the one knock that I have against Robson is his technique offensively. I feel like it just it holds him back to a certain degree. His offense ain't as crisp as a lot of those other guys at the championship level. So it's like even when he's throwing his right hand, a lot of that stuff, you could see it from damn near a mile away because he's slapping with it. Pulling from right here, he's slapping with it. You can see a lot of stuff ain't necessarily landing cleanly. And I just felt like that just holds him back in fights. That's the one thing about Robson I would change. Like,
I can't
tighten up his technique a little bit.
I can't. Good luck with that at his age.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah. This was the best I've ever seen. Robson Conceição. This is the best. I was thrilled. Hell of a fight. The fans didn't lose. Some of the people felt Robson got robbed. Some of the people felt a shocky one. Some of the people felt it could have been a draw. It could have went either way. Man, when we entertained what, guys? Well, when you ask for these fights, we get them. I mean, they razor thin. It was you could account, that punch didn't connect right, but the judges counted it. It's just so many variables you had to look at in the Conceição and Shockey fight, man. But one thing you can't say, you did not see a hell of a fight. The fans were entertained for 12 rounds. Kudos to both of those guys. I'm gonna go back and watch that fight again, and maybe I could see something a little different.
I think it was down the stretch though, Squeeze. I felt like Robson, his body language was just not good. It was just not good for the last possibly 3 rounds. That man was holding on for dear life. I see my guy B3 in the building. If a black fighter held like Robson, what would the people say? Yo, B3. Remember the Devin Haney Kambosos fight? I never in my life seen a broadcast where they had a clinch counter on the screen. Robson Conceição was holding on for dear life from like rounds like 9 through 12. Every time
First or second fight
in the second, you talking about Haney or you talking about this fight?
No, you say Conceição.
Robson,
yeah,
Conceição in this last fight, it was getting bad. It was getting egregious. Like down the stretch, he was holding on. He was smothered. It started getting to the point where he was doing this. He was just leaning on shock, but then he was keeping his arms out to make it look like he wasn't trying to. Like he wasn't trying to hold. And I'm like, when is the referee going to at least give this dude a warning? I ain't saying you got to give a guy a hard warning and tell him you about to deduct a point, but you got to tell him something about this. Because there was one moment in the fight in particular, like later down the stretch, it might have been like the 9th round. And Oshaki hit him with a clean right hand, stanky legged him, had his legs al dente. And then he was just holding on from that point on. I drove old car says he cracked him in the 8th. It might have been the 8th, but I know it was like in the back half of the fight. And I was like, man, like when is the ref gonna warn this dude about holding? Like it's crazy.
I gotta go back and watch it. But
he did a lot of holding down the stretch.
We're gonna have to do a spinoff show on snippets, quick little sound bites, on the topic, off the topics. We're gonna run a gamut.
Oh yeah, it goes back to what you said though, Squeeze, a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, well, the ref warned him like 2-3 rounds later, Hannibal. That was the issue. He warned him like 2-3 rounds like too late. It was just it just got egregious at one point, and then Robson even knew. Because like I said, he started doing this, putting his arms out just to emphasize that he wasn't trying to hold, but he was clearly just trying to smother to survive. And I wasn't mad at him. That's what you're supposed to do. You get hurt, you got to survive. Don't let the guy just knock you out. He did what a veteran does. He found a way to survive. I'm not mad at that. But to Squeeze's point a couple minutes ago, depending on who's refereeing that fight, it's going to be officiated differently because we seen when Rolly got hurt in that fight with Pitbull Cruz, the ref warned him, hey, Rolly, stop holding. And then what happened? He stopped holding, and he ultimately got knocked out. he got taken up out of there because he couldn't hold on.
He ain't had no line of defense, man.
Nope.
He ain't had no line of defense. But we could really shut it down, man. Thanks for coming over, man. Always a pleasure. I'm gonna have to come over on your show, man. You gotta let me know what days or what time. Do you do Saturdays or Sundays?
Hey man, we can do Saturday, Sunday. It don't even matter. Whenever you free.
Oh, okay.
A lot of times we've been doing it like impromptu because, like I said, I kept getting hit with copyright strikes, bans. But I was like, I don't even care. I'm gonna keep it straight ghetto on my channel.
Well, I
ain't even worried about getting monetized.
I watch Showbiz. I watch Showbiz, the adult, and Yo was having the little clips of. I think he got partnership with PBC though too, because he mentioned them.
I know he definitely does something with the Zone.
Yeah, I know he got something with money. Yeah, but if we take clips from another podcast, we shouldn't get too flagged for that.
Like I said, Squeeze, I don't even be worried about getting flagged on my channel because, listen, my channel is for the people, by the people, whoever come through. I ain't even worried about, like I said, monetization, none of that. I just really just be wanting to just watch the fights, and we could just look at. And here's the thing that I like about watching fights with people. For one, we get to learn more about the sport. For two, there's no arguing.
Yeah.
If we see a guy get hit with a left hook, what we gonna say? We all seen the guy get hit with a left hook. If we seen a guy slip a right hand, we all seen the guy slip a right hand. But my thing is, like, when it comes to watching film, it's not even about who won, who's better, who's this, who's that. It's why are certain things working? Why are certain things not working? What adjustments are being made? Why are they being made? And so on and so forth. It's like, even if you were to take the names off of these fighters and you just looking at certain things, like, okay, this guy is able to keep this guy in check just by a mere foot feint. Just him hitting him with a foot feint. It got him cautious to step in.
H Money Mob.
So
Walaikum salam. Mr. Rain, appreciate you. Closing arguments, Ant McQueen.
Closing arguments is this, man. To all my people out there, all my boxing fans, let's just love the sport itself. Yeah, we're gonna have our favorites. Yeah, you got the marquee names, the guys who are superstars, stars, and so on and so forth. But we got a whole lot of quality going on. Like, for instance, we had a card in Russia today on the IBA channel, and these guys was rumbling, getting it in. Damn good fights. I make my rounds. I look at all of the YouTube channels. Nobody's talking about the action that took place. You got guys debating about where the Tank and Lamont Roach fight going to take place. Is it still on? Is it canceled? Is it going to be on the 14th? Is it in the Toyota Center? Meanwhile, you had a whole card, 5 hours worth of fighting, and nobody talking about that.
Somebody say, could you drop your link on your channel?
Let me find my link real quick.
Yeah, drop your link.
But yeah, man, it's just like, that's it. I just like to see people throw hands. I don't care who it is. Like I tell you, like, whether it's some nondescript Mexican card going on Boxing Azteca and
let me say this to you while it's fresh. Darian Downey, appreciate you, man. That's much love there. I just want to say this real quick while it's fresh. Y'all gotta understand, boxing is a swing door sport. I might come out looking good out of 5 people I face, look good against 3 out of the 5. And I win a title, but then I lose to the next 2 and I come back and win the title. People will say, well, you ain't what you said you was, and you ain't beat everybody. I don't know where they get this from. You got to beat everybody you fight. And even in the UFC, John Bone Jones the only defeated fighter as far as I know. It's a couple of guys, but they new in the game. I'm talking about long lasting. But, Floyd Mayweather did it, but a couple of his fights was argumentative that it could have went the other way. Either way you slice it, man. Like Ant McQueen say, sit back, enjoy the sport, enjoy the sweet science of it. Styles makes fights. I might look good against tall fighters, but look like shit with shorter fighters my height.
Right.
I'm not going to get the same result, but we also know the greats make adjustments. Can he make adjustments? We judge the fighters for that. So sit back, enjoy the ride. Appreciate you guys for coming in. Aunt McQueen, I got to get on your show, man, and we go berserk and bananas. And that's my closing argument.
Even if we do some old fights, Squeeze, we could do whatever. We could do an old fight, watch the whole thing, and I would also love to see you highlight some certain things, man, for the fans. And that's the one thing that I really, really, really want to preach and push to people. It's like, yo, the more intimately we know the sport, the more we enjoy it. The more we enjoy what it is that we're looking at. Because everything don't always got to be action-packed, rock'em, sock'em, robot. But even in just two guys looking at each other, posturing, you like, why the hell he ain't throwing punches? Then you look at the positioning. This guy just stepped here. So this guy don't want to be the first guy to make a mistake. And it's like the more we start looking at the fights in general like that, just like, yo, appreciating every little aspect of the fight, the more that we can enjoy it, as opposed to just being completely bloodthirsty. And I love a knockout like anybody else, but more than the knockout, I love the setup of a knockout.
Boy, you took the words out of my mouth.
How did we get to the knockout?
You took the words out.
That's the thing that, you know what I'm saying? It turns me up. It's like, yo, how did we get there? How did we get there? Not just the big punch landing, but sometimes you got to go back several rounds, man. We got to go back several rounds, man. Like, for instance, yo, I remember rewatching Tank and Barrios.
Yeah.
And I was looking at that knockdown that he scored in the 8th round. That knockdown was really set up in the 2nd round. Because you go back to the 2nd round, he hit him with a series of feints where he got him to drop his lead hand because he realized every time I change levels, Barrios, he's pulling straight back and he's dropping his lead hand. He didn't capitalize on it right then and there. He kind of just, boom, you know what? Just like when you playing Uno or when you playing anything, or Monopoly. Yo, this is my get out of jail free card. I'm going to keep this in the back pocket. Now we go back to the 8th round. Then we're going to revisit that. Now I'm going to change levels on you again.
Drop your link, man. Drop
your link. Come over
the
top with the right hand. I'll drop it one more time. And then when you watch the epilogue, you even hear Coach Calvin say, over the top in the 8th round. And he came back over the top with the overhand right after he was setting it up with the level changes. I was like, yo, that's what it's all about, man. Set it up down the line. That's beautiful work right there. It ain't just you just land the punch and then boom, you just get the guy up out of here. Like, nah, more often than not, it's a series of events. But let me say this one last thing. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. Small things, all things. And, you know, to quote my guy, the Bible, Coach Kenny, love over hate.
All right, y'all. Another science project. Beautiful show. Aunt McQueen, thanks for coming over. All access behind the scenes, y'all DJing, cutting and scratching. Appreciate him for doing his due diligence. Hey man, we got a gamut of fights coming up. We got Boots versus Kern, Davis versus Lemos, Norman Jr. versus Quavis, Mason fighting a seasoned veteran, Hitchins and Perro. Let's get in the ring. Let's do our thing. I see who's at the finish line. Love you guys. Be safe out there. I appreciate y'all to the fullest. Everybody who showed me love, man. Show the Rize podcast love, man. We're a team over here. We the dream team. As we always say over here, peace and hair grease. Y'all be safe out there, man. Be vigilant and happy holiday.
Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cause all this life we ain't put on with this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. And now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up for nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.